Hello everyone, myself Hemanarayana Prabhu, pursuing my Masters in Cloud Computing at NCI. This presentation is on price comparison for e-commerce websites using AWS. This slide shows the outline of the presentation, which gives a preface of the project developed, project specifications involved, architectural design of web application, the cloud services provided by AWS that are utilized, continuous integration and continuous deployment model of the project, a demo of the deployed project and its future scopes. In this slide, we will discuss the objective of the project. The objective of this project is developing a web application that assists users to compare prices of products between different e-commerce websites, thus helping them to decide their purchase based on their interests. For publicly accessing this web application, it is hosted in cloud using AWS Cloud Services. In this slide, we'll be discussing the specifications involved in the project. For various aspects of the project, such as to build, test, and deploy the project in cloud, the following are used. Python is a programming language using which the project is coded. Flask is a micro-web framework used in Python to develop web applications. HTML is the language used to design the UI display in a web browser. Various AWS cloud services are used in this project, which will be discussed in further slides. In this slide, the architectural design of the project is displayed. The front end is displayed using HTML and the back end scraping of e-commerce websites are done using Python. The user enters the input, that is the product's name, and clicks submit. In the back end, web scraping is done on the defined websites and the required output are extracted. The output is displayed in the UI, thus helping the user to have this necessary insight. This slide comprises of various cloud services that are utilized in this project. AWS Cloud9 is an integrated development environment that is used to code and debug the project in a browser. AWS Elastic Beanstalk is a service for deploying and scaling web applications that are developed. It also aids in the capacity provisioning, load balancing, and auto-scaling. AWS Code Build helps in comparing the source code, test running them, and producing ready-to-deploy software packages. AWS Code Pipeline is used for automating the CI/CD pipelines of this project. AWS CloudWatch is used to collect and visualize logs. It is basically a metrics repository. Amazon S3 is used to save images if required, thereby not compromising on the performance of the application. Continuous integration, continuous deployment pipeline helps in faster deployment of a project into production. It is reliable and helps in efficient performance of the project. There are three stages in a CI/CD pipeline. The first stage is a source stage in which the code is fetched from a GitHub repository and pushed to the next stage. The second stage is the build stage in which a build specs file is created which has all the required dependencies and sets the environment. The third stage is the deployment stage in which AWS Beanstalk helps in deploying the project in cloud seamlessly. This slide will show a demo of the project deployed in the cloud. The future scope of this project can be scaling up to multiple e-commerce websites and adding more determining factors that are looked up by the user before purchasing a product, such as rating of the products, reviews by customers, availability, convenience, and perceived risk.